keep wishing us the best. Our podcast is better than the rest. You got an issue, better say it with your chest. Until then, keep wishing us the best. Keep wishing us the best. Our podcast is better than
making the video.
You said it was like what?
Making the video. And now the world premiere of...
Yo, I don't know why you don't do like voiceover work. Like you should be doing some type of voiceover something because you got a good voice, bro.
Oh, good. I've never thought about that.
You should. You don't follow that one voiceover dude on Instagram?
Who?
The nigga, what's his name? He said something like, he was talking about a charcuterie board, and he was like, I love me a good charcuterie board. Like, he called the shit a charcuterie board, and I'm like, that's hilarious. His name is like AJ Johnson or something Johnson. Hold on, let me find him real quick, because he's funny. But anyway, while I'm looking for him, oh, here he is. S. Johnson voiceovers. He's funny as shit. Like, he's hilarious.
I ain't never heard of him.
Y'all should check him out. He's hilarious. Anyway.
I'll follow.
I know that was random. But anyway, so what's up? I seen y'all was out dangling. What y'all was getting into?
We had a wedding to go to.
Oh, okay. I love weddings.
And it was all fancy. Yeah, it was nice. It was really nice.
Yeah.
I waited last minute to find something to wear. And
that's annoying.
But I did find something, but I argue big and tall is not big and tall anymore. Like,
okay.
I could used to go to big and tall. Like, I used to go to big and tall and get stuff in my size, and now, oh yeah, we don't have anything bigger than 2X. Well, the fuck? I mean, like, it's big and tall. I remember when I could find things that was like 9X. That was way too big for me. And now I can't get a dress shirt because everything is, oh yeah, I can order it for you. Well, no, I need it today. So,
dang.
I made it to work.
It might have something to do with the pandemic. It might just be like lack of like inventory or some shit, maybe.
I don't know. I feel like around my wedding, I noticed it was like starting to get a little funky. Like I remember I got the shirt for my suit because I bought a suit for the wedding. I didn't use the tux. It just made more sense. So I got that same shirt, and then I got that same shirt in a different color. And same size and everything, but the second shirt I got was too small. Like the first one fit fine still. Second one was too small, and I'm like, what's the difference here? And then I looked on there and I seen they were manufactured in 2 different countries. So big and tall switch manufacturers and shit. I was like, okay.
This nigga did his research.
Like I was,
what the fuck is going on here?
Because at first I'm like, this don't make no sense. Like I didn't gain that much weight on our honeymoon. Like it makes no sense why I can't fit this shirt, and I got the same exact kind of shirt. It was like I think it was like Synergy. It was some brand I never heard of, but I guess it was big and tall. But it was not the same actual size, though it was supposed to be the same size. So,
gotcha. Yeah, what a fiasco. I'm sorry that happened to you.
But yeah, we were dangling. We had fun.
Okay, that's what's
everything was good. Food was good.
Was it an open bar though?
It was not. It was not an open bar. My boy had he had some liquor. There's people who brought some liquor, so we were just passing around the table. But
niggas.
It was. I would say it was a Christian wedding. So I mean, I don't know. And his family is big, and it was more older people there than even though it was the wedding was for somebody our age. It was more older people there, and he got a big ass family. So yeah, but it was nice. I mean, it was nice. They had a fog machine when they was doing their little dance and everything. It was shit was hype.
That's dope. That's what's up.
What about you? What's been popping? What's been popping?
What the fuck have I been doing? Brunching, of course. I was just
Living
I
such a
was
lavish life.
just calm down. I'm like, why did I try to schedule a podcast day on the same day that I was about to have unlimited mimosas? Like, I'm like, yeah, we can record Sunday too, and I'm like, Sunday couch, is that you? Like, what are we doing here? So, yeah, so brunching, just trying to be social. The weather is getting nicer, and
The weather don't know what it's doing here. It's one day sunny, 60 something, close to 70. Next day it's snowing again.
yeah, fuck that.
I think I
we
just
not
got a
doing
winter advisory for tomorrow or tonight or something. I don't know. But then
That's
I heard it was going to be
wild
60,
because-
so I'm confused.
Yeah.
I'm
Well, tomorrow it's gonna be 80, and I'm like, I definitely want to do some outside stuff. Like, we probably gonna end up hiking or doing something active because, you are actually correct. I do live a little lavish, so all of the drinking and all of the eating out and all of that shit, it has to be countered with something healthy. So, yeah, I think we're gonna like hike and shit.
This weather is not looking too good for the next few days.
And that's what you was doing. I'm like, what is he looking at?
Yeah, because I'm just looking at the weather. It's like 64 tomorrow, but then I literally have a winter weather advisory words right now, up until 10 p.m. So
That's
what does that
disgusting.
mean?
And for those of you who don't know, I live in Atlanta. He lives in
In
Metro
Michigan.
Detroit. So, yeah, the weather is a little
It's
different. Yeah.
The weather outside is weather.
But yeah, so let's go ahead and jump into today's topic. So we're gonna discuss a few different things today, but I just feel like we have to like touch on this Will Smith thing because it's just a very glaring thing, and it's like, what the fuck? But I was just thinking after reading everybody's commentary and just taking everybody's different opinions and things like that in, one topic stood out more to me, and that was, what does it mean to protect your partner? Because I know everything is hashtag whatever the fuck, however, whatever the kids do, hashtag protect black women. And, I have my opinion on just things being tailored and centered around race, and people just, bringing race. Everything is about, black, blah, 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 blah.
I mean, we always, as black people, I feel like we're always gonna throw race in there.
I'm over it. I am. I mean, some things are definitely race related, but I don't know. I guess I looked at the situation as this was just somebody who, like, this was just a upset husband or an emotional husband who felt like that was the way he was defending his wife. I don't. Why is it? And that's how you protect black women. No, like that's such a stupid blanket statement to me, because if my partner did that, I don't feel protected in that moment. Like,
Would you have been embarrassed, or
if he did that?
Yeah,
I'm sure I would have had a lot of mixed emotions. Like, I know I would have had a lot of mixed emotions, but I definitely would not want my partner to have reacted like that. Absolutely not. I would want, and I'm pretty sure I'm with somebody who just has a lot more emotional intelligence, especially like in different moments. Like, I've seen him react to things in different moments, and I'm like, dang, he really handled that well. Could have went the other way. But yeah, I definitely, I just would prefer to have somebody who's just a little bit more, just thinking about the consequences. Like, you have to consider the consequences of doing something like that. And I just, or not even, it could be, just somebody saying something to me or like verbally assaulting me or whatever. And then he feels he has to react. I wouldn't want his reaction to be physical. Like, if he just has to react to it because he feels like he needs to protect me, I don't want him to react with him slapping somebody or hitting somebody or punching somebody or shooting somebody. Like, I don't even want there to be any verbal altercation. I'm team walk the fuck away because I don't give a fuck about your words. Like, I don't care. But I would much rather him protect our integrity and reputation versus react in a way that is, just so unstable. Like, that doesn't make me feel secure. Like, he could just lash out. Like, so what if he's like, so emotional he lash out and slap me? Is it okay because he was just you know what I'm saying? I know that's not really a good correlation, but I'm just saying, like, I want somebody who is more stable and can control their emotions, especially in like a time of when, the average person is going to lose their shit. Like, don't be average. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to react that way. Like, you don't have to that's not your natural character. That's not your normal character. Don't let somebody bring something out of you that's not normally who you are. So
I can feel what you're saying, and I understand that. And depending on the situation, I probably would be on the same thing. But I know it might be a couple of times where I know I also make see red. Real talk. Like, especially if it comes to Monique. Like, if it, I could give a fuck less most times when it comes to me. But if it comes to Monique, that's going to change the dynamic of the situation. If for Will and Jada, on the thing that kind of throws me off was the energy, how he was laughing at first, then he saw that she didn't like it, then his whole energy changed. Like,
yeah, that was weird.
That was weird to me. Like, if it was something that I knew she just wouldn't have liked, something that I wouldn't find personally funny, then I can't really say what my reaction would be. It's probably not going to be pleasant. But if it's like something that I find funny, she don't find funny, I might kind of just like, let's re-examine the whole thing. But I don't see if it's something about her that I would find funny that she wouldn't find funny. It's just not really. I really can't think of a thing. But like, I'm sure his anger was misplaced. I'm sure it was like 10% Chris Rock, 90% everything he's been going through since 2016. And it kind of just boiled to a point. But, you can only control your actions. You can't control what other reactions are to your actions. So Chris took that chance and said some shit, and Will did not react the way he expected. And I don't know. I can't for real fully knock him for that, because, like I said, depending on the situation or how I'm feeling, I may not be the most rational, or I might not think the most logically at that moment. Especially, with all the other shit that's going on. This nigga's been the butt of jokes.
Do we feel this way, though, because of who it is? Like, is it because of who it is that we feel this way?
What?
Like, what if it was Donald Trump? Like, what if Donald
Honestly,
Trump was in the
though,
audience?
honestly, if somebody was like talking cash shit about Vanya, like yo bitch a hoe, she be naked all the time or some shit like that, and he just smacked the shit out of him, I wouldn't be mad at it. Like I wouldn't be mad at it.
I think niggas would be way more upset.
Oh,
like,
niggas definitely.
That's
would
why I'm
be.
saying, like, is it because of who he is? Is that why we giving it a pass? Because
I mean, I do think it is because of who both of them are.
yeah, okay.
Like
as long as that is like, as long as we speak on that, because I'm just like
if it was Cat Williams standing up there and Will Smith did that. One, I don't think the situation would have ended the way it did.
Right. So a lot of this is really just who it is.
Yeah, because Chris took it in stride.
Couldn't have been me. Couldn't have been me. But I mean,
I would argue
that's why
Will
he was
probably
hired
did
for the
it.
job.
Yeah, because I think Will probably did it because it was Chris. It was like,
well, after like reading different things about it, it sounded like this was like some pent up anger for him from some shit he said years ago when he hosted. After he took the job,
when they said
Kevin,
no, when they were like nobody invited y'all and shit.
Yeah,
when they were like boycotting it or some shit.
Yeah, so that, and they were saying,
but I thought that was the Grammys. Didn't they boycott the Grammys or was it the Oscars?
I don't know. I think it was the Oscars.
Okay.
I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know. I honestly don't give a shit either way. But and then they said something about how that wasn't on his teleprompter. Like he just kind of like freestyled that joke. Like,
I mean, I'm sure he did.
And so I'm like, is it just something like with her and he's like just, ragging on her, but the whole goddamn, protect the black woman thing that people were talking about, I felt like that was some bullshit. I did. I just felt like that was some bullshit. Because like I said, it's a blanket statement. Like every woman is not going to feel protected if their partner does something like that. Like that's not. No.
To make it a hashtag behind protect black women.
Extra as fuck. Let's just call it what it is.
It's slightly, triggering hearing protect black women because everything isn't against black. I mean, it's a lot of shit that is. I'm not gonna say that's not, but it's a lot of shit that is, and what's the word? You're putting it for too many different instances, and you're diluting what the meaning of that is. Mm-hmm. You're putting it on instances where that it doesn't really deserve that. It doesn't really deserve
this
the set protection. Yeah, it was like so.
Like calm down, y'all. Calm down.
I think that has to do with what you were saying before, that the whole the feminist movement, the toxic feminist movement of what's everything is against black women, against I won't even say positive body image, because the just what women, what some women, I'm not gonna say, I'm not speaking in absolutes, but what some women idolize as a positive body image is unrealistic. Mm-hmm. Like they got surgery to get the body, so why is this your ideal body and it's not even real for them?
Right.
So it's a lot going on. I do believe in toxic masculinity too, but I don't think it's often talked about toxic femininity
as far as women.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why I think Jada is a good example of like toxic femininity. I guess maybe
a toxic feminist.
I'm gonna say this, and people can categorize it as they will. I think, like with Jada, I feel like her. I feel I get a toxic aura from her just in general, kind of like she like
I mean, yeah, she seems like she's the type
like
that thrives off of it.
yeah, like she's like wanting to be this host who has people come to her table and heal, but I'm like maybe this is healing for her and maybe whatever, but it still is just like I feel like she has not like protected Will in a way of just I guess like the integrity of their relationship and the like just their reputation in general. Like I'm all for people speaking their mind, speaking their truth, putting out there, whatever you feel like you have to put out there and say to like heal, get past your traumas or whatever. If talking about it in front of an audience is your way to heal, I can't knock that. But I also don't know if people think about the repercussions of how people are gonna like view you and view your relationship. Like I just like as far as like Will, like she said a lot of things that has a side eye in Will, like you know what I'm saying? And it's like maybe you could have kept that to yourself just to keep intact the integrity and reputation of your husband. Like I know the whole August thing came out because of him, but
Chris could have said some shit with August.
She really didn't have to like respond to that. Like she could have like it could have been like what happened between Jay-Z and Solange in the elevator. Like we never had to know the details of what happened between them, and she decided to put those details out after he put out what he put out. But I'm like, you didn't have to do that. Like I want our favorites to be more like Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like stop talking to us, stop telling us stuff.
She didn't have to do it, but she kind of did. Once she started Red Table Talk, she had to
but she didn't. Like I know people would have expected it from her, and people may have even like wanted to demand it from her. But I feel like people wouldn't have took her
platform as serious if she didn't discuss what was happening, because it became too much of a thing, and for her to just act like it didn't exist, I feel like she would have lost a lot of she would have lost more people. It wouldn't. Her tabletop definitely wouldn't have been as successful because she would have lost a lot of people, because people are gonna be like, you ain't talking about what's real. You're just ignoring the shit. Like I don't think that would have worked if she didn't talk about it. I think she could have went a better way around it. I get she was trying to go off the cuff and be candid. That probably should have. She should have thought twice about that, because, yeah, I mean, it did have Will looking crazy, and I get they were supposed to be not together. I get that, but still, it had Will looking crazy. It had her looking crazy. You fucking your son's friend, like, and then on top of that, you're fucking somebody who's not that much older than your child. Like,
which is weird. The stuff that she was doing that be having Will look crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I think she, like, I guess I'm not knocking the fact she did it. I get it. It was just how she came about. They should have just thought about it. They should have planned it out better instead of just having this talk and her just saying everything to Will, because the memes that came from it was just it was ridiculous. Like she, in my opinion, she really had him out here looking crazy, and so it's kind of like I see why he's getting like that slack and that pushback, like, oh, why you like people are actually saying to him like, why are you
basically even like defending your wife. She's this, she's that, and she has really given like I'm not with the bullying. I'm not with calling women or like slut shaming them and stuff like that. But when you put certain information out there, it's open for people to have opinions like that. So I'm like, you put some. We were also saying that she didn't have to talk about it. And you were saying like she did because it would like affect the integrity of her show. But she didn't have to say the things that she said. Like she didn't have to.
She should have thought about how she was going to say it.
Yeah,
but
like,
she had to address it. She had to address it.
And yeah, like address it. But I mean, the type of motherfucker I am, I would be like, y'all can say anything you want. Like, I'm gonna keep having my guests. Guests are still gonna come on my show. Y'all still gonna watch it because y'all gonna be thirsty as hell to see if I'm gonna say something about it anyway. So, I mean, I'm not gonna lose no viewers. But I just think that the things that, like, what she said was just terrible. And it was just kind of like, why are you doing this to Will? Like, why are you doing this to our Will? Like, what are you doing?
But you know what? I feel like it's also, the fact is, Will might have did some shit too. We just don't know. He didn't come clean like she did. So we don't know all the aspects of it.
And that's why we going based off of what we know. And we do know about her because she be talking. So, I just kind of feel like, she kind of opened that window for people to, have these very opinionated feelings about, their relationship and about, just Will in general. Like, she kind of got him out here looking kind of, whatever. But, I'm sure that he doesn't really care like that. Like, he's successful, he's accomplished, whatever.
I think he cares.
Yeah, I mean, I do think he cares too, but I think he's, he got to keep living his life. Like, all right, well, I can't care every day and dwell on what these non-factor ass people are saying. Like, I mean, yeah, he has to move on and, and not let it affect him. Like, I think it has affected him, but I mean, I think he's found a way to obviously live his life and still, enjoy his family, be out in public with his wife. Like, I think they genuinely love each other. I don't think they would be doing shit together, if, they don't have to, like, you know what I'm saying? So, but as far as Jada, I do feel like Jada has some
toxic femininity.
It's just something about her. Like, it's really just something about her.
But also, I feel like the issue with toxic femininity is that you kind of hide behind the fact that you're feminine, and that's honestly what my issue is with it. It's kind of like picking and choosing. At one point, you want to be seen as assertive and all this other stuff, independent. Then you pull the feminine card, and then now you have to be protected. It's like I feel like you're picking and choosing. You're picking you're picking it up when it's convenient. One day you'll talk cash shit to somebody, but then some other person comes at you with that energy, and then you want to be protected. Like, where was that energy?
You said you can't go back and forth, huh?
Yeah, I feel like that's you picking when you want to play victim. Like, I feel like it needs to be all the same energy kept along at all the same time,
consistently.
Yeah, consistent.
Keep that energy consistent.
Consistent energy. If you want to play the feminine role, then play the feminine role. That's fine, or play the feminine card. That's fine. But then, when the time comes, keep that same energy. Then you start throwing masculine right around and shit like that, and then start talking about being protected, and then just not not overusing that term. There are a lot of situations where it's not about protecting our women. It's just, hey, maybe you shouldn't have put yourself in that situation where you needed protecting. Like, it kind of comes to self accountability at sometimes. Now, those are a lot of times where it's just it's unsolicited danger of women. I can understand that. Those are the times where women and black women in general need to be protected, but that's not every situation. Every situation can't be. It's because we black, and it's because I'm a black woman.
Facts.
So,
yeah, like I'm just over the whole seeing that hashtag with this, and then I was just seeing like a lot of people like really getting upset and angry and unfriending people, and I'm like, y'all gotta calm down. Like, y'all have to learn how to be able to have opinions and not hate each other because we have different opinions.
right?
Like, that's
Right.
that's the thing about social media. Like, even like with the whole thing, like I'm just looking at social media, like it's just so much groupthink going on right now. Like like social media will literally tell you how to think, and you will think that is your original opinion, but it's really just some regurgitated shit that you've seen on social media, and now you're like, this is what I think. Like, what would you have thought if you couldn't read other people's opinions and see what other people had to say? Like, people don't even understand like how swayed they are by social media, which
that is a perfect segue.
yeah.
because that's
We'll go right into the next topic.
Yeah, the next topic is
social media.
How do you think it affects I won't even just say relationships in general, the black experience in relationships. How do you think it affects it? Because I think it affects it so much. Like
Social media and the black experience.
Yeah,
I think it completely shapes our expectations. Like it completely shapes them. Like, people say that they want certain things literally because they just seen it on social media. Like, you didn't even know that you wanted that until you seen it on social media.
Yeah, I even think people shape their personality or characteristics off of memes.
Yeah.
Off of this is what you're
Justin
supposed to
LeBoy's
want.
Page. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, this is what you're supposed to want. This is what you're supposed to want a man to do. So this is what I want a man to do.
Right.
And
or a woman. Or my partner in general.
Yeah, same thing. Same thing for men. Like, I feel like social media done fucked up a lot of shit. Cause like even we talking about approaching somebody, it's very common that people talk. Like, I remember when I used to meet girls online, it was such a taboo thing and shit. Like, now that's the preferred way to talk. You're talking through social media.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's ruining for a lot of reasons. Because one, it made the shit easier. Because
doing it over
yes,
over hell yeah,
because I mean,
definitely,
you have a list of girls you can just shoot your shot at. For one, you don't actually got to have the balls to for real go up and talk to her. Like, that used to take a lot. You know what? I may be not talking for all men, but that for me, that used to take. You still had to hype yourself up a little bit.
Yeah, it takes a lot of the pressure off
because
it's a safe start.
She could hold you. Like, now you can get hold in DM, or she could just not respond. Yeah. Before, she could hold you in person.
Right.
A lot of times in front of your niggas, and you come back slinking, go slinking away, looking sad like a puppy because she ain't giving you that number.
Right, exactly, and that shit hit a lot different than doing it on your fucking hand computer.
You could copy and paste the same message, just send it out and see who bite.
Right. Yep.
And then
it turned me into a serial dater for like a year and a half. I'm like, oh, I'll just get back on Match or whatever I was using at the time and go date a bunch of other people. But yeah,
that shit was crazy. I'd never even for real thought about the whole thing with Tinder, just because when I got into, I would say when I got into a relationship, Tinder was just kind of like popping off, and I'd never experienced it. I guess the first time I for real got to experience it was, and it wasn't even me. I was talking to girls for my coworker. He would just pass me his phone. He's like, "Hey, talk to her for me," and I'm just like, "Oh, okay." And it was easy. It was easy as fuck.
That
And
is
I'm
so
like,
lame, though, of him. Like, that is very lame of him. Sorry.
I mean, let's be real though. I got a mouthpiece on me. Like, and then I'm just.
That's cool, but it's not him.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
She's
Yeah.
trying to get to know him. She's not trying to get to know Devin.
Yeah. Yeah. And
That's
he was
the
like,
funny part.
dog, you talking to her like you really, you know, you like, I really care. Like, I'm like, I mean, I'm just saying what clearly she wants to hear, but he really had no interest. But it was just a matter of, I see how easy it was. So to be that type of nigga and the opportunities it has, social media and talking, trying to get butt, seems like it would be so easy.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me.
Yeah. Social media, though, like, I just, like you said, we literally shape our expectations, like, around memes and stuff. Like Justin LeBoy's page, for example. I know you probably have seen, like, his memes and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
And I'll see, like, maybe they're reposting it because it's funny, but sometimes I'm like, I really think they think this way. But I'll see like 10 different women post the same toxic ass Justin meme, and I'm just like, I really think this is like how people think at this point. Like, literally, people really are, you know, basing that off of, you know, even I'll even say for myself, sometimes I'll see stuff and I'll be like, I kind of like that. Like, maybe I should implement that. And I'm like, that's not an original thought. Like, don't let social media have you fucked up out here thinking you supposed to be demanding some shit from your partner, or, you know, whatever, or your relationship's supposed to be this way.
Yeah, that's
like,
that's the shit that's crazy to me. It's
it's
the implanting of false thoughts of, like you said, implanting the fact that, oh, hey, you know, this is what I should expect. I wasn't expecting it before, but now they said, oh, I should expect this. Yeah, let me start expecting that, and then start holding people to a certain caliber, and that's not even really what you want. It's really not. Right. Somebody just told you that you should want it.
Right.
And
now it's like, oh, okay, this is supposed to be my normal.
Yeah, and then I just think about, like, for couples and shit like that too. All the you see these fake couples on here, or these couples that be tripping and shit like this, and you don't really know what their relationship like. Nigga probably cheating.
A lot of them people don't last, so we kind of do know what the relationships.
Or they don't even really be together. You find out they was just they had been broken up 2-3 months ago, but they've been trying to hold on because they trying to maintain they IG page or their
status.
YouTube. Yeah, that shit.
Yeah, that shit is corny.
That shit is crazy, and I feel like it's just fucked up in general how we let social media just dictate the experience we should just be having on our own.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And
right. That's why I always say, like, I really liked my favorite celebrities before they started talking to us on a regular basis, because, like, I don't even want to know y'all like that. I just want to know you for the celebrity. I don't want to know the real you, because especially with, like, Kanye, like, I fucking hate who Kanye is, like, on social media. Like, I loved College Dropout Kanye. You know, I could even deal with the whole George Bush doesn't care about black people Kanye, but just I'm
I mean,
over.
I feel like that was the Kanye I fucked with. The George Bush don't care about
Yeah,
black
even though that was like outrageous, like you're out of your fucking mind getting on TV saying that, but that was the Kanye, like knowing Kanye's like every thought and move and the fact that he can't see his kids, like I didn't need to know any of that stuff about him. Like I didn't.
They just had a little soccer game or something. I think they were both at.
Yeah, I seen that shit, and that's another reason that makes me like lose respect for them because I'm like, this should just all be goddamn propaganda. Like they just be playing in our faces, and that shit to me makes me lose respect for them because they literally just be playing in our faces. And I know it's not always like that, but I think it's oftentimes like that they're just doing shit just to like gather all of our attention, just for ego, for what for views, for money, for what the fuck ever. I'm not with that shit. Like I don't like it. I don't like the let's cause an outrage before my album drops or my show comes out.
I mean, it
fuck y'all.
Should be working.
Fuck all y'all because it's just like we do not need our brains polluted with no more drama. Like this shit is stupid. Like our brains are already mush as it is, and it's like the people that we are fawning over are just contributing to making our brains even more mush because we're so involved with their fake drama. Like that shit is fucking sick when you really think about it. I don't like none of it.
It is, but that's what we strive on. It's just I don't know. I wonder if there's going to be a shift or a change because
I hope the fuck so.
I feel like I remember when it shifted to this, not to this extent, but I remember when it shifted because you think about like there's been the internet, there's been social media and stuff like that. It just didn't take a hold of you like it does now. Like we had Black Planet, we had MySpace, even when Twitter first started, I think it was just the constant.
It's the interaction,
the constant
like
connection or something.
It's that, and it's like we're so much more interactive with each other. Like, remember when Facebook and Black Planet, you could like message people, and shit like that, but it wasn't like a public forum. I don't feel like where you're like in real time, like communicating back and forth with masses of people at one time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we didn't have shit like that. I
we
mean,
didn't have an algorithm.
We had chat rooms. Like, we had like AOL chat rooms, but like, we didn't know them people unless you had like your private chat room amongst like your friends. But other than that, it wasn't like a national audience. It's like a very small curated audience of, a couple hundred people at the most in a chat room. I'm making that number up. I don't even know for sure. But now it's like, now we have like a massive audience.
But I think it's because people couldn't follow a person. Like one person couldn't grow a following in like chat rooms and I guess they could have on MySpace.
It's really the followers. Yeah. The followers and the how interactive it is with your followers, and you can comment in real time and talk in real time. Like it's way more interactive, and I hope that there is a shift, and I hope that drama becomes played out. Honestly, like that's the shift that I want to see. I don't want to know everybody's like move as soon as they're moving, as soon as it's happening. Like I hope there's like a reverse in this like instant gratification shit that we living in now, because I'm honestly over it. I gotta plug my laptop in. Hold on.
I do too. I'm over here trying to figure out what I'm about to plug it into.
I was like, oh shit, I just seen that 10%. I'm like, let me hurry up.
I'm gonna see if this is even gonna charge it. It says power adapter, battery is not charged. As long as it sustains it, that's all that matters to me.
Look at you working it out.
I have it plugged up to my actual desktop, so I think my desktop should be able to sustain it. Be good.
Okay. But yeah, the shift. Yeah, I'm hoping. I hope that you're right about that. I hope that there is a shift.
But I don't know what would force the shift. Like,
You know,
what would start it?
I just feel like you ever see those advertisements for like take a break from social media or I see more and more things about like taking a break and decompressing from social media. I kind of think the next generation is going to like push that more. Like I think that like I think that the kids growing up now, they're like the iPad kids. Like my nephew is 2, I think. He might not even be 2 yet, and he's like unlocking the shit and like his motor function skills with iPad. To me, I mean, I'm not around kids, so I don't know if it's normal, but it was just amazing to me because I'm like, holy shit! Like he knows how to unlock it. He knows how to swipe and find his app, like the YouTube, and he knows, like to me those things are like intricate. But I think that when those kids start having kids, I think that they're gonna be the ones to start the shift because they grew up with like iPads and shit, and they see how detrimental it was because like literally like even when Chop's kids come over here, they're at the table eating like this, like with their phones. And I'm just like, dang, I'm like, these kids are like really, and I mean, and I am too, to an extent, but I'm like, they're really, yeah. But I think that the kids who grew up with them are going to be the generation, like, who literally had iPads and tablets handed to them as babies. I think they're going to be the generation to once they're adults. I mean, we'll be old by then, but once they're adults, I think they're going to be like, we're not doing this with our kids. Like, we're not going to just shove these iPads and stuff into our kids' faces.
I mean, I hope so, but some tell me that as technology goes, it's going to be something else. Like,
yeah, but it might be like a mind shift too. Like that might not be the cool thing to do anymore. Like there is going to be something else, and maybe that something else doesn't involve something so socially interactive. Because a lot of these kids are like, they're nowhere near as active outside as we were. Like we're literally like the last of like the street like kids. So I think that, we have like raised we don't have, us personally don't have kids, but like the millennials, like we have kids now, and, we are like keeping our kids in, like our kids are like inside. So I think those kids that spent all that time inside are going to push their kids back outside.
That could be a thing.
Yeah. Hopefully this ages well, and I can like get my Gary V on and be like accurate in like 30 years from now, because yeah, that would be dope. But no, I really want that to be a thing because
I would hope so. I mean, we are the last of the generation that grew up because we grew up in the dark ages. Like I remember when there wasn't consumer internet and consumer PCs.
Yeah.
I remember when cable used to go off and they used to play the national anthem and shit. Like, I remember those things. Granted, it wasn't for too long, but I remember them. Like, it's a lot of the generation now don't even, remember any of that. Don't know how to use a rotary phone.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, my coworker was like, she called her G.I. Jane. I didn't even know what the fuck that was. I was like, oh Jesus, age. So,
they showing.
Yeah, I do think. I do hope it forces a shift, because I do think social media right now is a blight on the Black experience. Definitely, when it comes to aspects of the Black relationship. I think it's putting expectations where there shouldn't be, and false expectation of people who don't really, for real, have these wants. They just think they have these wants because that's what they're told they should have, or their friends believe they should have, so they feel like they should have it too. Just like you said, the group
Facts.
think. But I think it's for real. It's for real destroying people. It's destroying people wanting to be with each other. like
Yeah.
relationship wise, I feel like I know more people who don't want to be in a relationship versus do want to be in a relationship. And though I think a lot of that is not being real, I think they really do want to be in a relationship, but they just trying to put on that front like they don't. But I still know a lot of people who claim they don't even want to be in anything.
I believe those people. I believe them because relationships are hard.
I mean, yeah,
Relationships are
but
hard, and people are like, we're way more independent than like previous generations. Like we're like, as individuals, we're more self-sufficient than like our parents and our grandparents in general. Like we live alone, we have kids later, we start families later. Like I believe it. I definitely believe it.
I believe it, but I also know it's still human nature to have want a sense of companionship. So, yeah, you enjoy
maybe
a lot.
friendship is enough. Maybe your social relationships are enough. Maybe your social media relationships are enough for some people. Maybe their animals are enough. That's companionship, I guess. I mean, everybody isn't sexual, so having like a partner, for that, I believe them. I definitely do.
It depends. I know some I genuinely believe. Some I just feel like on some bitter shit.
Yeah.
And I get it. And you're like, I'm not gonna ever say I wasn't bitter at some point. I'm sure I was. I mean, and anybody who's been through anything has the right to be bitter. It's just you just don't want to hold that on. You hold on to it for your whole life, or just assume that it can't get better, because it can. It can get better.
Right.
Now, I do admit, the older you get, the chance of it getting better probably goes lower and lower. But it can, it can, depending on. Sometimes you have to, reevaluate what you actually want, or what you actually think you want. That all goes back to previous episodes of, are you being realistic about who you want to be with and shit. So
Facts.
what was the other topic we were? I forget.
Yeah, I was just gonna go back to social media
Oh, okay.
and relationships. Yeah, I think that you had said something earlier. Something about like relationships looking a certain way, like on social media.
Oh yeah.
That's why the whole hashtag relationship goals. I can't think of one couple that I can be like, this is hashtag relationship goals for me. I really can't think of one, because I'm like, I don't want to. First of all, we don't even know who the fuck these people are. Like, let's start there. Like, celebrity shit really truly has us fucked up, because we see people doing shit on social media making money, and like these might not even be who these people really are.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
and I'm just like, damn, social media really has us like that, and just kind of going back to the shift. That's why I hope that there is a shift, because it's like we have like no originality at all.
It's brainwashing. Like I don't have any aspirations to be like anybody else. My only aspirations are to be happy, and to have an ongoing and growing relationship with my wife. Like,
Yeah.
I want us to be happy and not dreading coming home to be with each other. Like I said before, she's my piece. I want to continue to be hers. I want to just enjoy being with her.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure, yeah.
And
there's-
being yourself.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and being who y'all really are.
Yeah,
like,
that is major key right there.
Yeah.
Being able to be you and all of you at all times, not having to put on a front or not have to play a role. Like, be
Right.
genuinely and wholeheartedly you. Yeah, that is definitely.
Right. Exactly. Like, I'm not
Definitely.
trying to be like nobody else. I'm trying to be like us. Evolve into, we're going to evolve into, different, I don't want to say different people, but there's always going to be some type of evolving within our relationship. And
Yeah.
that's what I want. I want that to be us. I don't
Yes,
want to be
evolve
like, let's
together.
evolve into Sierra and Russell.
Nah.
Like, I'm sorry, what? No, I don't even care how their relationship look on social media. Like, I think Russell's a cornball, but I think Sierra kind of a cornball too. But
I thought you didn't say you thought he was a cornball.
I kind of think he is a cornball. I was looking at a picture.
I thought he was a cornball too, but you went in on me when I said I thought he was a
was-
cornball.
I was looking at a picture of him the other day, and that shit really changed the way I thought about him. Like, I was just like,
Oh, I wish I could go back in time and talk shit to previous episode Maya.
yeah.
Because
Well,
he was a
you-
cornball.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're collectively corny together. Like, I think both of them are
Yeah,
corny,
they are, and that's
But that's
and
corny
that's
is
for
not
them.
even a bad. Yeah,
That's
corny
for
is not
them.
even a bad thing for real.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Like,
knock it.
it's-
That's for them. If
it's
it
just
works
like-
for you, it works for you. Like,
yeah.
if they have
Yeah.
if they have to do that in their relationship for them to be happy and for them to feel like, I don't know if Sierra just has to, it makes her feel good. Hey, I got a good nigga. Let me just constantly show it and show how much he loved me, and have these girls wanting Sierra's prayer. Maybe that makes her feel
Yeah.
good. That's what she wants to do. I'm not gonna knock her for it.
Yeah.
He want to
Like-
stress how much he love her. Do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't want to do any of like that social media stuff with Chop. Like, when I post a picture of him, it's probably gonna be because we got married. Like, and then that will probably
Wow.
be it. Yeah, that will probably be it, because I just don't even like. It's certain parts of my life that I'm like, you know what? I'm not sharing it with the masses. Like, I take hella pictures and I like send pictures to like my group chats or my family or my friends, or, I'll update the people that I actually know to, and care to, like, it be so much shit happening, like, just every day around me, like, just so much stuff. Like, we finally got all the, I'm not even gonna talk about this on camera. I'm gonna tell you afterwards. But, yeah, I don't know. To me, there's just a lot of peace in keeping things, private into yourself, or just shared amongst your group of people. Like, I share things amongst my group of people. I don't share things amongst the masses, because I just don't believe in everybody getting that part of me.
That's what I feel. That's what I feel like another issue of social media is, where it's like we're taught to just tell everybody everything.
Yeah,
Like,
everything that you do, everything that's happening.
Yeah, and you lose the filter. You just say shit that's on your mind all the time. Some things you probably shouldn't say. I'm sure I probably said some shit I shouldn't say. I know. Matter of fact, I know I've said some shit I shouldn't say. I just lose the filter just because it's on social media and I can just say the shit.
Right.
But it's just the want and need to give updates, and it's like, for what? Like, for one,
That's
who
my
are
thing.
you? Who are you that it even matters? Why? Oh, I don't want to know what you did today or where you went to eat, and like, it's giving like a false importance. It's really giving a false importance.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I get you had a bomb ass brunch. All right.
Right.
Why do I have to know though? Like, but
And
I
you
feel
know how many, and I'll post like brunch stuff, but it be so much shit that I be doing that be as it's times when I've traveled and I've never posted anything about it or I've never shared it or
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah. I
it's
travel a lot
times
and don't post shit.
yeah, like, you know, I might post like brunch if it's something that just looks so good and, you know, I get like a really good picture of it, but I'm not posting my every move that day. And I don't know, that's how I like to move. And I know people like to expose their every single move. That's never been my thing, but I'm ready for a different shift. I'm ready for like some just what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word? Not secrecy, but like what's the word when you're like more private, you know? I can't think of the word, but that's the shift that I'm looking forward to. So I hope that my prediction about this generation that are babies now, I hope they're like, you know what, we gonna be the ones to like change this shit up. We're gonna be interactive with our kids. We're gonna fucking make them go outside. We're gonna have them doing shit. Like, we're not just
I would
gonna
hope
shove
so.
technology
I
in their
don't
face
know.
and be like, boom, here you
I
go.
don't know, because that might be what they used to, is just technology is in their face. They grew up with the shit. That's all they know.
Yeah, they gonna be doing fucking hologram dates and stuff where they just all show up on the goddamn in each other's living rooms or some shit. That's holograms. Like, hey, y'all ready to party?
I
Like,
mean,
I'm in Egypt. She's in Denver. Da-da-da. Like, what?
I really want to know right now, how do parents combat porn with their kids? Because porn is so easy to get now. I remember how hard it used to be to get when I was young.
They probably don't. They probably watch porn all the time.
So
I mean, if you have a phone
yeah,
as a kid, like,
yes, that's what I'm saying.
it's
How
not
do you?
really. Yeah, like, once you give a kid a phone, you might as well be prepared, you know, to know that this is what they're.
My kids ain't gonna like me because I'm gonna
Because how
put
are you
all
gonna
types of
block
shit.
it? How
For one, I will just run a VPN and then block certain sites. They're gonna have to get, which is probably still just gonna force them to get smart
and more creative? That's what I'm
and figure
saying.
out a way.
Like,
But hey, at least I'm making it work for it. At least I'm teaching them something.
yeah,
But
but
they ain't
then
gonna
they're
like
gonna
me
go
in the
to
beginning,
then they're gonna go to school and they're gonna be with their friends whose parents don't give a fuck for
right?
real, and they're gonna watch it anyway.
Right.
So, I mean, it's really a lose lose. Like, I can't even imagine being in like high school or like junior high with a cell phone.
Oh no.
Or just like social media with, you know what I'm
Just
saying? Being 13, 14 with social media and and an iPhone?
I think about if I would have had social media, a phone when I first got my license.
Right. Right.
Nah, shit would have been wild. I probably would have
Facts.
had children. So,
I
yeah,
couldn't even imagine. I wouldn't even want that to be like. It was just so much crazy, embarrassing stuff happening in high school, like fights and stuff, and you know, just so much crazy stuff happening. And I'm like, dang, this same stuff is happening, but now these kids are recording it.
yeah.
Like,
It
now
lives
it's being
forever.
broadcasted to the world, and I'm just like,
It
I'm
lives
so
forever.
glad we missed that. I'm so glad we missed it. That's another thing that we just missed because I remember being in like, I want to say 12th grade or 11th grade, and I had got like my first Sprint flip phone, but it had like a camera. And so like I could at the very least take pictures. And that was it. Or like the
It was
Nokia
it was a
phones.
Sanyo phone.
Is that what it was?
It was.
Yeah, probably. It sounds familiar. But
I've had Sprint my entire life.
yeah. Yeah, no, my mom had Sprint when it was Sprint PCS, and we're still
Yep.
on the
And it used
same.
to have a little red logo.
Listen, I've been on that plan with her since I was 16. We 20 years deep into that grandfather plan.
I've been.
So,
I think
but
seventh grade. Yeah.
yeah, yep.
So
And then after that, I think by college, maybe by college, I might have had a video. I don't remember when I got video on my cell phone. I don't remember. Was it
Like,
iPods or iPhones? Or
no,
was it?
that was, I remember the big thing. The first iPhone did not shoot video. It didn't have video camera to like iPhone 3.
Oh, okay.
Two or
I don't
three?
think I got iPhone until like maybe 4. I think I
Okay.
got iPhone 4. That's when I started. Yeah,
But it didn't even matter. The video was so shitty then. But yeah, we had videos, but they were shitty. They didn't get good until like 2010s.
yeah.
That's when they got decent.
Well, we missed it, and I'm thankful because I would not have wanted any of the moments to be. I remember these girls got off at drove to my bus stop to try to fight me. Like, they were like driving, and I was getting off the bus, and it was like a bunch of girls waiting for me to get off the bus, and like my mom was outside, my neighbors, like it was a mess. And I'm like, if that would have been captured on camera. Cause I was like scared, like I wasn't trying to fight. I was like running away. I'm like, nah, these girls not about to jump me. Fuck that. Like I'm not about to get jumped and go to school like all bruised and beat up. Like y'all just gonna have to, call me scary or whatever. Like I'm not about to get jumped. Are y'all fucking stupid? So if that shit would have been on camera, that's why these kids be killing themselves. That's not funny at all. I didn't mean to laugh behind that. But I can see like how they just be so emotionally like affected because you gotta live with that. You gotta eat that forever.
I do understand. That's why I feel like a lot of kids be having PTSD now at younger ages. Being all triggered and all that stuff. Cause
it's like, oh my god, like this is going to live forever. It's on the internet.
Yeah, I feel bad for the bullied person now. Yeah, it's probably all bad. It's probably all bad. You used to could go home and get away from the shit, and now in certain situations you can't. I mean, you could, like, you can say just get off the internet. Yeah,
Right.
but
it lives.
Yeah,
it lives. So yeah,
like somebody make a meme of you. Yeah, you can get off the internet, but that shit's going around, and different people sending around and shit like that. So yeah,
right. Yeah,
it's fucked up. I do hope there's a shift. I hope there's a paradigm change that makes them want to change. I hope it will actually trickle down and affect the black experience and all.
Mm-hmm. I did see. Speaking of the black experience, real quick, I did see an article that said black families are homeschooling at like 4 times the rate since like in the last few years or something like that. Like more black people are like homeschooling their kids, and I'm like, that's kind of a significant shift.
That's good. I just hope they're getting a quality education.
Well, they said that they're scoring higher, like on like the standardized test, like the ACT, the SATs. It says that those kids are scoring like 20 to 40% higher than like kids in like public schools or whatever. And I'm like,
well, I mean that's good. I think because certain kids need more individualized attention, and then you think about the shit that's going on in the schools. How a lot of schools are just overly crowded. Classes are it's more.
They're hiring
than it should be.
Anybody to teach these kids.
Yeah,
like you don't even have to have like. They've like completely.
I don't know if you have to have a teaching
down
certificate anymore.
You don't.
I think
you don't.
You have to have. You can have like intent to finish it or take the test. Or something
I know
like that.
somebody who is currently teaching right now, and I'm just like, I wouldn't want my kid in a class. Like, absolutely not. But it's just a shortage. So they I understand having somebody is better than having nobody.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I thought about going into teaching. Honestly, and it's sad because the only reason it wasn't like, oh, I want to mold young minds. I'm thinking about it because I'm like, I would like summers off. Like, I know it's fucked up.
And you don't want
hates when
and
I
you
say
should be a
that.
teacher.
Yeah.
Like,
Monique said the same thing. She was like, "But you don't want to teach." I was like, "Yeah, but I would enjoy having summers off, like you do." And
yeah.
She
I
just
mean,
shoots
having
me
the whole
blue
summer
eye.
off, yeah, that shit sounds amazing.
Shit's top tier, and like she's on break right now. She's just, I gotta get up and go to work, and she's be, just up living
Be
her
chilling.
life, her best life in her robe. I'm like, shit, I gotta go to work. And like, it fucks me up. I don't even want to wake up as early because usually she's already gone by the time. So I don't want to, get close to her or touch on her or anything like that. I just get up. Now
Right.
I don't want to get out the bed because she's still here. Yeah, so
Got you all messed up. That's
Yeah.
fucking cute.
yeah, I would definitely enjoy the breaks. But I know, but also they go through
Yeah.
a lot, and
Yeah, fuck that job.
yeah, I don't know.
You
if
gotta
I'd
go
be
to school
doing
strapped at this point. If I was a teacher, I would definitely be in classroom strapped. Like, I'd be damned, especially if I was a high school teacher.
that. Oh, I'm sure
Because I'm gonna
probably
shoot
are.
one of y'all. Yeah, like, y'all not about to just be in here thinking you about to just throw a chair at me. Or, you think you about to, you think you about to do a shootout? Okay, watch. Like, we'll see. Fuck these kids. But, yeah, that's all I got to say.
And then we
Yeah,
fuck
that
these
was it.
kids.
Yes, short answer.
I guess we'll just move the next topic to the next episode because
Oh, I thought we covered everything.
I thought we missed. Oh well, maybe we did. Maybe we did cover it.
We covered 3 things. We covered the protect, the toxic, and the relationship,
Yeah. No.
the
Okay.
social media relationship. So,
Okay.
thank y'all for listening. This is episode 10.
10. Yeah.
Yeah,
10 episodes deep.
I'm not making any promises of consistency at this point. Like, you just gonna get the episode when you get them. So just keep checking back because we're going to keep doing it because we just paid for the subscription. For
yeah.
a year.
Yeah. We kind of forced
So
it forced our hand.
we will be here, but I can't tell you how often. But at least 3 times a month.
Yeah.
That's-
Yeah. I think it
that's-
says
yeah.
we get 5 hours a month. So
Yeah.
3 to 4 times. We got
right.
one in the chamber right now that I can finally edit because we just paid for everything.
Yeah. I didn't want to send you that money either, but I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and because you know how like you
a
don't
couple of days.
Cause you know how you just don't even be wanting to look at your bank account after you just bought so much shit. I'm like, I can't open this app right now. Like he don't understand. Like I cannot open this app right now. I had to get paid. I had an Airbnb guest, so I got a little bit of money. So I was like, let me wait till that drop before I pay him.
I surprised myself last week. I completely forgot I was getting paid. I opened my bank. I was like, oh, okay. So
Yeah. See, mine been the reverse of that. It's literally been the opposite. Like I open it and I'd be like, $600 missing. What the fuck happened? And I'm like, oh.
see you
bought
just was where you're at where I was at when we first moved in here, and now I'm at the calm. Hopefully, I just save money for random shit in case it break. That's what my money consists of now.
Man.
I have a nice little pattern in just to cover some shit in case it fucks up, and then yeah. But
All right, let's spare them of our old people conversation. So we will see you guys. We'll see y'all when we see y'all. Shit.
within the next 2 weeks, we'll say that. Within the next 2 weeks, we'll come up with something. But anyways, thank you for listening to Wish Us the Best, and keep
We'll see you
wishing us
one
the
day.
best. Yeah. Just
Keep wishing us the best. Our podcast is better than the rest. You got an issue, better say it with your chest. Until then, keep wishing us the best. Keep wishing us the best. Our podcast is better than the rest. You got a problem, better say it with your chest. Until then, keep wishing us the best. Keep wishing us the best. Our podcast is better than